Hello and welcome to FPS Coach. My name is Rambo Kim, and in this video I want to show you how I like to play Inferno when matchmaking and I'm playing by myself. And I think we've all been there in matchmaking when there's times when we get teammates that really don't want to coordinate with us and we have to make all the plays by ourselves. So let me show you 4 different ways I like to rush on Inferno: banana, mid, boiler, and apps when I have the best spawn. And I'll only do this on gun rounds and if I have best spawn and full nades. So I'm gonna run through them one by one, starting with banana, and I'll run it like it's live, and then afterwards I'll break it down. And again, I'll only do this if I have best spawn. Okay, so as you could see, I had best spawn and I rush here, molly in between the barrels so there's no push. I'll hug the right wall in case they smoke it off and peek it. And then I'll nade the corner. Sometimes there's an opera there. And then I'll prime mouse 2 flash and I'll start walking up. And when I pass this second step here, I flick my mouse up and then let go of mouse 2. So walk past the second step, flick mouse 2, and then I'll peek out, like I'll usually jiggle peek this, and then I'll clear this corner and then there. So it's a really fast way to take banana. Usually what happens in matchmaking is, since they're not coordinated and they're just kind of playing free for all, this molly will blow and they'll sit maybe around here and they'll take nade damage, or they'll get ready to peek after this molly. So as soon as that molly blows, we're throwing this flash here, and you usually throw this flash here. So it takes a little bit of practice. And then you peek out, and if it's clear, if there's nothing here, then what I usually do is I'll just wait. So I'll just wait at this corner, or maybe I'll just hold this angle, because there is potential that a CT could be hiding behind this sandbag, and it's very dangerous to take this fight right here, sandbag guy, and in case there's a guy CT here by yourself. So if you have a teammate, the next step would be if he can molly corner. So if you molly this and then you have a flash ready, and at the same time, if you can have a teammate, if you can ask him to either molly sandbag or corner and cancel one of those out, then you can flash and fight the other angle. So if you're in matchmaking, just ask the teammate, hey, can you molly corner or can you molly sandbag? Oops, molly sandbag. And then as your molly's blowing, your teammate oh, I missed the sandbag molly. The sandbag molly. Then as your molly's disappearing, you flash, then you take it. And because a molly has canceled out a spot, then you can fully clear the other angle, whichever one's that's not mollied, and then you have full banana control. But usually what happens, the first or second time you do this, you'll usually catch a CT off guard and he's gonna be blind. All right, now let me show you my middle rush. And again, I'll just run through it all the way like it's live, and then I'll talk about it afterwards. Let me go ahead and break that down. This is the most technical of my rushes. So let me just go over it in slow-mo. So what I'll do is I'll prime left 1 flash. And as I get to these stairs, I'm aiming my crosshair up in the sky. So the flash blows off high yellow. And as that flash blows, I'm pulling out a smoke. And as I'm turning this corner, I'm aiming up at this red. Throw the smoke, jump over the pit, pull out a flash, and then I'm running up and holding left strafe. And as I get to this wall, I throw a flash off. I left a left click flash off the right side of this red. So jump over pit, left strafe, moving forward, flash off right side there. And I'm turning this corner with the flash. And I'll run over that one more time, just in real time. So left click flash, turn the corner, high yellow, smoke off the red, left click flash, run up, turn with the flash. And you're covered by the smoke and the flash is blowing here. So usually what happens is A CT will spawn, he'll come down middle, and if he's gonna peek mid, he's gonna get blind by that, and then he's gonna back up, and then that smoke's blowing up, and if he goes to peek again, your flash is blowing off that wall, and you're turning this corner right here. So the CT won't be peeking this angle. Usually they might be like right here, getting ready to peek, and that flash is there, and they have to turn, and then you catch him off guard right here. If he's not in this position, he's either going to be here, maybe peeking here with an op or a rifle, or maybe back here, like somewhere in this area. So if you think he has an op, like say the CTs have been winning a bunch of rounds and they have a bunch of money of an op there, or say you think he has a rifle, just try to keep track. Like say if it's later in the half, try to keep track if he has an op or not, or maybe if you win pistol round in his first gun round, you know, maybe he won't have an op. So if he does have an op, you can just come here and jump the corner with the flash. And if you want to come here, you can jump this corner again, or you can just jiggle peek and try to bait out a shot. So yeah, every time I've done this, I've had a really high success rate. So I can usually pull this off twice a half. And again, I like to use this when I have best spawn. And if you throw all your nades right and all the sequences is good, you're going to catch that CT off guard. And if you have another teammate playing with you, ask him to bait you. Say, you know, hey, I'm rushing mid to spawn side, bait me. And, you know, if you have an extra body there, then you're going to get the trade. And it's a 2-on-1. And now there's 2B and 2 and A, and then the whole map is open. And that gives you a good chance to win the round. Okay, and now let me go ahead and show you my boiler rush. Okay, so let me go ahead and show you that molly. So you run here and you start lining up your crosshair. So you're holding mouse 1 and you want to line up your crosshair with, see this yellow post right here at this bottom right hand corner. So molly left 1, you're lined up, see the door right here? So you want to bank the molly off right here, this line. And that line matches up with this right here. So line it up, you're running up mouse 1, bottom corner of this post. And then as soon as you get to the flower pot, you're letting go. Bam. And then molly blows up at end of hall. And then you jump on the barrel. And I'm walk, jump, crouch. And when I get to here, to the edge, I W jump, crouch. And then I'm walking all the way. And then that molly's still up. And then I come here and I usually catch a CT player off guard, like right here, or maybe like right here. He doesn't expect someone to be hauled that fast. So let me just run through that one more time. Molly lined up with bottom right hand post, flower pot, throw. Jump, crouch, jump, crouch. Jump, crouch, jump, crouch. Jump, crouch. Oh, let me do it again. See, and then molly's still up, and then you usually catch a CT off guard. So the last rush is an end of hall rush, and this is one that I don't like to run too often because sometimes you get to the end of the hall and there's just nothing there for you and you just get stuck. So the point of these is to try to make a play by yourself and open up the round. So this one's really easy, so I'll just run through it and explain at the same time. So I have a molly and I've got it left clicked, and when I get to this shadow right here, this little intersection, and my crosshair is lined up with this yellow and the cement. So when I get to here, jump throw with mouse 1, then I'll jump this corner in case there's an op there, and then I'll rush to the hall and I'll just peek it. Sometimes I might crouch peek this like this, But what I'll try to do is get to end a hall, and sometimes you can catch CTs off guard. Like sometimes, you know, I'll come here, maybe I'll slow peek this, or sometimes I'll just walk up. And again, CTs don't really expect Ts to rush into hall that fast, especially in matchmaking. So sometimes you might catch a player off guard, like right here, or you might hear them like boosting or doing a setup, and you can shoot them in the back. And other times you can sit right here and wait for a CT to rotate. Sometimes CT will come here, and he won't expect someone into hall, so it's a free shot. So hopefully these help. Some of these are a little bit more complex than others, so you might have to start a server and just practice running through these by yourselves. But I highly recommend running these in matchmaking because I've had really high success rates with them. And yeah, so like the video if it helped, and subscribe to stay up to date. Thanks.